Whew. Don't know how you're going. I've just had a gelato. I've got a little bottle of Diet Coke here. We're about to do the speed debate, so I don't think I could actually be happier. We're about to wrap up AUSCERT2024 with the legendary annual speed debate. Before we do that, and it's a great speed debate this year, some all-time all-stars back for one more shot at the title, some hungry new young bucks ready to take them on and wrestle the crown. Before we do that, we're going to race through our prize draw for the people who filled out the passport in the tech sector over the last couple of days. For some of these things, we've only got a winner. For some people, I do have a backup second if the winner or someone else who says, I know my worker and I'll get it to them, is not here. So if I call out someone and they don't call out, you've got a few seconds to say, I can get that to them, if that makes sense. Following prizes, AUSCERT donated a full conference registration to AUSCERT25 from Newcastle Coal. Congratulations, Alison McCready. The GEMS team is going to contact you to pick up your prize. Lego Star Wars Luke Skywalker Land Speeder. Abnormal Security put up the prize. Paulus C from Syme Derby Industrial has won that. Is Paulus here or anyone from Syme Derby? Paulus, Syme Derby, importers of luxury motor cars and fine goods. No? Is Nikki Peaver from Cordit here? Woohoo! That prize is jackpotted through. We will get it across to our first winner, Paulus. One remarkable 10.3 paper tablet with marker plus from Palo Alto. Monica Zekan from the Department of Government Services. Monica, congratulations. We'll get that prize to her. $100 USD Hack 5 gift, digital gift voucher by Recorded Future is Fabian Ochoa from the Queensland Department of Child Safety here. Fabian, anyone from the Queensland Government here? Anyone from Queensland here? We'll get that to Fabian in the future. Congratulations, Fabian, and keep up the great work at the Department of Child Safety. Cisco put up a duffel bag and a very fetching Cisco cap. Mr. Karthikeyan Venkatesan from the University of Queensland. Come to the stage, Karthik, to collect your prize. Karthik. What about Patrick Gold from the City of the Gold Coast? That jackpot's back to Karthik. We'll get that to him. Okay, I'm loving this. MetaQuest 2, Securo, Andrew Van Elswick from Booper. Well done, Andrew. Securo are going to contact you. Tim Thomas from TAFE Queensland wins the Sidearm Technologies Backdoors and Breaches Incident Response Card Game, Core Deck and Expansion Deck. Sidearm will contact Tim. Leanne Swan from the City of the Gold Coast wins the Cultural Cyber Security Prize, a 1-hour presentation to their organisation on the why of security. CSS will sort that out with Leanne Swan. The 50% discount for cyber maturity assessment by Cithara. Richard Billington from AWS. Congratulations, Richard. Cithara will contact you. Tenable, the one Sonos SL speaker. Aaron Komalati from Brisbane Catholic Education. Come on, we've got a winner here. Aaron, come on forward. Great stuff, big guy. Look at that Sonos One speaker. Party in Aaron's room after the gig. Okay, we've got a Lego set from Egress given away to James Jewell from the Queensland Audit Office. James Jewell, also winner of coolest name at all of AUSCERT 2024. James Jewell, we will sort that out to you, my friend. Nintendo Switch Lite console given away by the good people at Entrust South Pacific. Rainet Mutandwa from the Department of Transport and Main Roads. Is Rainet here? Rainet. Just enjoying saying Rainet. Anyone getting her on Rainet's behalf? You coming up to pick it up on... No, you're just walking... You'll get it on Rainet's behalf. Fantastic. Make sure he gets it, please. That's a Nintendo Switch Lite console. You can use it a few times before you give it to him. We've got a whiskey decanter set or a wine decanter set. Your choice. Delinea are the sponsors. And Nathan Lee from eHealth Queensland. Nathan, we'll get that prize to you. The JBL Flip Essential 2 portable Bluetooth speaker by Big ID. Glenn Ramsey from Southern Cross University. Good on you, Glenn. Come on forward, mate. You've won yourself a Big ID sponsored Essential Portable 2 Bluetooth speaker. Ooh, we're on the final page here. We've got 4 prizes to go and then our Speed Lego prize. Okay, the Endota Spa gift from Nexon Checkpoint. Charlotte Tidswell from Flinders University. Congratulations, Charlotte. Is Charlotte still here? Charlotte's still here. Does Hanneke Shah from Regis Aged Care, is Hanneke here? We're going to go back to Charlotte. We'll get that to her. ACA Pacific gave away an Adidas Polo tee with ACA Pacific co-branding. David Pascoe from the Department of Transport and Main Roads. David, congratulations. David, come on forward, mate, and grab your ACA Pacific Polo tee. Well, next up, we've got the Lego Creator Fiat 500, sponsored by Cohesity. Have a look at that. Is Callan Orgel still here from Solace? Callan from Solace? Anyone from Solace? Yeah, come up the front here, guys, and grab the Lego Creator Fiat 500. That's a cracking little Lego. A ticket to CyberCon Melbourne by Acer. Congratulations, Nuala Ford from Petronas. Acer will be in touch. And the Rocket Lamp to the Moon. I don't even know what that means. Rocket Lamp to Moon prize, sponsored by Deloitte, goes to Chiwei Chen. Is Chiwei still here? We will get that prize to Chiwei. Simon, come on up here and let's talk speed Lego. We changed the format a little bit this year. It wasn't decided at the dinner. You have to be best on ground across the 2 days of AUSCERT. What have you got for us here, mate?
Mate, first of all, we'll do the speed build challenge. Big recommendations for Joel. Gave Victor a run, mate. You did really well. But winner of the speed build challenge was again Victor Bradbury, Lego champion in a time of 59.17. So we'll get that to...
Broke the 1 minute mark. Great stuff.
Victor.
For those of you who don't know, that is, I think, the 415th time in a row that Victor has won the speed build.
I think.
Yeah.
It's 15 or 16, I'm not quite sure.
Outrageous.
Okay, this is for the Pac-Man. So we're not giving away Lego, this is just a picture.
A picture of a miniature Pac-Man. Fantastic. So you're going to make someone very, very excited.
Pac-Man,
okay.
Thank you, Adam.
Lego Pac-Man's been won by... Oh,
I won it. Excellent. Now try the other side.
I was going to say. Kumesh Naidu. Kumesh Naidu from UTS. Congratulations, Kumesh. We'll get that to Kumesh. Is that Kumesh there? Good on you, big guy. Come on forward and take this lovely laminate an image of the prize that will be sent to you at the appropriate time. Good work, Kumesh. Great stuff.
Captain America shield.
Oh, the Captain America shield. Feel safe at night, protected by no less than Graham Allen from UTS. Graham! I heard some excitement there. It must be from someone who knows Graham. Great. Well, you can go and pick that up. Yeah, Graham? Yeah, okay. You can pick it up from the registration desk in about 15, 20, once the speed debate's done.
Okay.
And finally, the Dungeons and Dragons prize. Okay, here we go. Dungeons and Dragons Lego prize has been won by Anthony Corso. Anthony Corso, congratulations, Anthony. There you go, mate. Great stuff. Go to the registration desk as soon as the speed debate is done. Thanks, Simon, again for your tremendous ongoing support, mate. Take that. There we go. Whee! It is now speed debate time, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen this before, this is a little bit fun. We have 6 topics that are going to be debated in the space of the next hour by a series of 3-on-3 debates. No speaker in any debate will speak for more than 1 minute. Please welcome to the stage our debaters in no particular order. David, Jess, Troy, Shanna, Darren, Adam, Ivano, Kelsey and Colby. Come up here and grab yourselves a seat. So the way we roll on this is I announce a topic and the 3 speakers on each side. The microphones are passed to the appropriate people. You've got 1 minute from when you begin to wrap up your argument. Strictly, if you go for like 1 minute and 2 seconds, I'll cut you a bit of slack. If by 1:05 it sounds like you're really not wrapping up, oh yes, you will be wrapping up because I will wrap you up if necessary. The topic will be displayed on the big screen here by scanning the QR code. Trust us on that. You can have, oh no, it's through the app. Is it through the app? Through the app. You can have a vote on each of the topics and we will count across the 6 debates which debater finishes on top. our first topic. Breach notifications aren't necessary. People should just assume their data is compromised already. Breach notifications aren't necessary. People should just assume their data is compromised already. David, Jess and Troy will take up the affirmative. Shanna, Darren and Adam, the negative. To kick us off, a defending champion. David, is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Defending champion. It says a lot about the speed debate that he's not sure. He thinks he might have won
No, I
last
definitely
year.
won. I'm just trying to pretend to be humble.
There we go. Here, coming in with a big target on his back. You've got 1 minute. Take it away, David.
Well, I think everybody knows that their data's already been compromised, and this shows in their behaviour. So I work for a bank, and recently we came out with a product to protect your digital identity. It checks if somebody's used your identity to apply for credit, and it also runs you against the Have I Been Pwned database run by my esteemed colleague over here. As an aside, getting a bunch of bank executives to pronounce the word pwned is some of the best comedy gold I've heard in a while. But anyway, we released this product, and then the head of risk was testing it, and she said, "Oh, it's not working. The product's broken." And I said, "Why is that?" And she said, "Well, I put my ID in and it said I wasn't breached anywhere, so the product must be broken." That's the level of expectation people have. So I think we can already assume that our data's been breached.
Give him a round of applause. Well done, David. We are off to a flyer. Shanna, recent award winner from last night, still on cloud nine after that tremendous honour. Take it away for the negative, Shanna.
Well, that's all good and well, but if you're like me and you constantly worry when you walk away from your car, you parked your car, you're at a shopping centre, did I lock my car? I don't know, I better go back and check. I also have ADHD, so by the time I get back to the car, I've forgotten what I went there for. Living in this state of paranoia is basically what happens when we don't have data breach notifications. So you can imagine how thrilled I was when I got a car that notified me that my car had been left open. I no longer had to be paranoid all the time about whether or not my car was unlocked. Data breach notifications, I'm not having to be paranoid about, is my data leaked now or not? I get notified and I'm happy.
There you go. Thank you very much, Shanna. A happy Shanna is a good Shanna. Jess, take it away. Carry it on for the affirmative, please. Jess, what have you got for us?
I'm very interested in Shana's take on this one around her car. Why would anyone want to steal your car?
Whoa. Whoa.
In regards to the idea of we don't need breach notifications, I don't think we do. I definitely agree with my esteemed colleague that everyone thinks that their data's already out there. I mean, we talk about zero trust all the time. You should be used to hearing me bleat about it enough that it's not a matter of if, but when. We try and take every measure we can to protect our data as much as we possibly can. It means absolutely nothing. How many of you can put your email address into Have I Been Pwned and not have it show up somewhere? Everyone has been breached at some point. We don't need notifications. We just need to be better at looking after ourselves.
Fantastic, Jess. Great stuff. And the first shots fired of the debate too with an unnecessary drive-by on Shana's car. Darren, take it up for the negative. First of all, what do you think of Shana's car and about this topic?
Well, people have the right to know. The mentality that, oh, it doesn't matter. We've already been pwned. That stifles innovation, right? That concept perpetuates the thinking that what? We don't need blue teams? We like jobs, right? If anything, people should do their damnedest to stay on top of those breaches. In fact, breach notification should be mandatory by law, and I think the law should stipulate that every company on the internet should have an active haveibeenpwned.com professional subscription. The real expensive ones.
Thank you very much, Darren. Okay, on the topic of Have I Been Pwned, why don't you wrap this topic up for us, Troy Hunt?
I like all the references, and we need to not have data breach notifications because otherwise it makes Have I Been Pwned irrelevant. And I want that fat stacks of cash that Darren's mentioned before from the professional subscriptions. So we don't need notifications because we have I Been Pwned. And I've also sent notifications more than 700 times on data breach. I can do it better than everyone else, trust me. So no data breach notifications, send me the data, subscribe to the expensive tier, thank you.
Okay, there you go, Troy. Thank you very much. Making his speed debate debut, take it away, Adam Boylo. Wrap it up for the negative.
So computers are pretty funny, right? Like these little machines that go bibbity bloop, and some like bits go from 1 to 0, and for most people, that is complete magic. It's witchcraft. And the only way that we security professionals are going to keep our jobs is if people think we actually do something. So if we got rid of data breach notifications, none of us would have jobs, because the only way we get anything done is when people get wrecked and everything gets stolen and things get turned off and get ruined. The only good thing is a breach, because then you've got a chance to convince somebody to spend some money on your job. So for every single one of us in this room, data breach notifications are the one thing keeping us paid in fat stacks and lush conferences such as this one.
There we go. Okay. Thank you very much, Adam. Give me a round of applause. Okay. Now is your time to vote. Go to the conference app and let us know which way you go. Do you go with David, Jess and Troy, or did you like Shanna, Darren and Adam's fat stacks? Fat stacks, not fat enough to buy a decent car, according to Jess, but fat stacks on the one hand versus David, Jess and Troy on the other hand. We've had 8 votes cast so far. Great, let's go. Here we go. Okay, negative taking an early lead. I'll give it a minute. Negative looking solid at the moment as the votes tick up towards the 100 mark. As they say in election night, I'm struggling to see a way back, a path back for the affirmative at the moment. It is 3. Yeah, look, it's going by a factor of 3 to 1. I'm going to knock that one down and declare the negative the winners. Shana, Darren and Adam, congratulations. You picked up your first point for the afternoon. Okay. Topic number 2. Convicted hackers should be given SANS courses, not sentences. Pay it forward. Convicted hackers should be given SANS courses, not sentences. Pay it forward. We're going to hear Ivano, Shana and Adam on the affirmative, Troy, Kelsey and Colby on the negative, making his speed debate debut. Ivano Bongiovanni, take it away.
All right. I think this is all about rehabilitation at the end of the day, so I 100% believe that we should be giving convicted hackers SANS courses rather than trying to hit them with a big stick and trying to really make their life really bad. And also we don't want to pretend that we actually know who they are or where they live or what they could be doing next. And even more, I have one last piece of advice. SANS should actually hire them all to deliver their courses.
Great work, Ivano. A very tight 35 seconds of argument there. Loved it. Troy, lead it off for the negative, please.
I think we're looking at this the wrong way. And the prophet Donald Trump once talked about the 400-pound hacker. And this is the image, right? They have a health problem. They don't get out a lot. Going to jail would be great. You get 3 square meals a day, you get an exercise regime. Your average computer nerd is much more likely to find love in jail as well. Send them to jail.
Whoa, okay, there you go. That's an episode of The Bachelor I want to see. Okay, Shana, take it away for the affirmative, please.
Who here is driven by sticks or carrots? I think Ivano said it correct, right? We should be giving the carrot. We all know that there's a skill shortage in cyber, so why not take this opportunity to turn their sentences into syllabuses? So prison does very little to rehabilitate. We tend to find that they're going to learn more criminal skills in prison than they will anything else. So we can flip the education to make them a solution to our current problem.
Nice work, Shana. There you go. Okay, thinking outside the box. Kelsey, making your speed debate debut. Take it away for the negative.
Can I get a woohoo, guys?
Woo!
I just really love that Ivano talks about crime theory when he's actually not a criminologist. So as the criminologist, let me talk about rehabilitation and deterrence and retribution. So when we talk about deterrence, we want people not to do it again. But if we're giving them $5,000 courses every time they commit a crime, well, aren't they just going to do more of them? And it actually is counterintuitive. If we talk about retribution, well, let's think about the victims here. What benefit do they have? What way do they feel that they've in any way had justice for the crimes committed against them? They don't. And if we want to talk about rehabilitation, yeah, great, let's get them to teach these courses, but we should actually have some sort of punishment for them. They should be able to rehabilitate in other ways so that when they actually go into the real world, we're not still stigmatizing them and not giving them jobs.
Ooh, okay. That was... We should have spoken before we got up here, Kelsey. That was surprisingly close to a rational argument. That's... I think 2013 was the last time we heard one of those in the speed debate. Okay, Adam, wrap it up, my friend Adam Boylo. Wrap it up for the affirmative.
So one of the arguments against sending hackers to jail is that when you send them to jail, jails are full of criminals. They are crime schools. So do you want hackers to go to jail, which is full of criminals, and they'll learn useful skills, or SANS courses? Well, actually, wait, this is a terrible argument. SANS courses are full of criminals. Okay, no, scratch that argument, scratch that. I got to think of another one. Okay, my learned colleagues' arguments, which are very learned, are unfortunately pointless because we are already in this situation. We have bug bounties. We already do this. We already pay criminals to report bugs and do crimes. The cryptocurrency ecosystem has made loads of money, billions of dollars, especially for North Korea's weapons programs, through this program. So not only have you already lost your debate, I'm sorry, but it has already happened this way for many, many years. So sucks to be you.
Whoa, okay, shots fired back. Adam wrapping it up for the affirmative there. Colby, bring it home for the negative on my side, my friend. Colby, take it away.
I think we need to unpack this statement. We're talking about SANS courses. People are throwing around things like cybersecurity skill shortage, and I think we're all right here, but we've missed the mark. Yes, cybersecurity criminals need SANS courses, but we still need to punish them. So if we enforce mandatory training under a payment plan with these kind of interest rates, that kind of systematic oppression is far worse than anything we could ever put upon them, and they'll get some training out of it.
There you go, Colby. Okay, thank you very much. Give both sides a round of applause as you consider which way you're going to vote on this one. Do you believe in rehabilitation? If so, vote for Ivano in the affirmative. Do you believe in IT types finding a bit of jailhouse love? Vote for Troy and the negative. Take it away, hit the app, and have a vote. Convicted hackers should be given SANS courses, not sentences. Pay it forward. Nice and close early on. Let's see how the votes play out. Whoa. It's more like it. This is speed debating. Okay, 52-48. Keep it going. Every vote counts here, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, negative just squeezing ahead. 52-48. I'll give you another 15 seconds to drop in any final votes. Oh! Oh! By the narrowest of margins and just pulling away at the end, I'm going to award it to the negative. Troy, Kelsey, and Colby. There we go, okay. Topic 3. A virtual CISO is like a virtual relationship. All noise, no substance. A virtual CISO is like a virtual relationship, all noise and no substance. Shana, Colby and Kelsey will lead it for the affirmative. Jess, David and Ivano will bring it on for the negative. Shana, if you're ready, please argue for us. A virtual CISO is like a virtual relationship, all noise, and no substance.
It probably all knows as well. Virtual CISO or virtually a CISO? The smoke and mirrors of a vCISO are pretty much the same as online dating. They're going to swipe left on anything they think that will be a big problem. You know, they want the easy relationships. But speaking of relationships, do you think they're going to commit to you? No. How many other people are they seeing while they're seeing you as well? It's kind of crazy. Catfishing, pretty sure that photo in their profile picture was taken around 15 years ago. And no, they no longer do phishing. They just watch Netflix. So, yeah, you're going to be left feeling lonely and rejected. They're going to ghost you. What's the point? Swipe right on an in-house CISO.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you very much, Shana. There you go. Jess, lead it off for the negative, please.
I'm going to be honest, I think any CISO is better than no CISO. At the end of the day, you need someone to be accountable, and better them than you. I'd much rather have a virtual CISO than be on the hook myself. Everything is virtual these days. Why should this be any different? And I think the noise comes from elsewhere in the business, not from the CISOs. As for the substance, if the virtual CISO is a CISO for more than one business, I'm pretty sure they're going to be on more than one substance.
Okay. Colby for the affirmative. Take it away, Colby.
This is going to get me fired. I'll keep it brief. I'll tell you what my virtual CISO has told me. Thank you.
Oh, dear. David, take
Right,
it away, David.
Well, I'm going to have to go into bat for virtual CISOs because I kind of am a virtual CISO in my current role to seven different companies. And I'm going to run, I think it was Shana making the analogy to dating sites. I don't have time to be all smoke and mirrors. I've got 7 different businesses to deal with. In that analogy, it's like if you're catfishing 7 different people at the same time, you don't have time to ask them how their day's going and, what are you doing on the weekend? So I think having a virtual CISO just cuts to the chase. They're going to tell you, you've got a critical bug, patch it, rather than some kind of codependent relationship where they want to know who you've been talking to on the phone behind their back and suck up all your time. It's much more healthy to just have a virtual CISO.
There you go. Okay, David, thank you very much. Kelsey, you've got to shut this one off for the affirmative. Take it away.
Look, pardon my language, but it really sounds like David just comes in and fucks you and then leaves. And I'm not here for that. So as the culture person on this panel, I'm going to talk about culture in organizations and why that's important and why I don't like getting fucked by David. So, oh, sorry, David. To be able to change an organization, you need to understand the organization. You can't just be working on it, you need to be in it. And that's what I like with my CISO, to be in it nice and hard.
Okay. Good to see the cultured person drop the first 2 F-bombs of the afternoon. Ivana, would you like to wrap it up for the negative, please?
100%. So I'll give you a bit of a moment. We do need virtual CISOs, okay? I met my wife 10 years ago in a bar on Valentine's Day. There we go. But again, that was 10 years ago, okay? We don't really find our soulmates in bars, at the shops, or at church, like we used to do back in those days. These days, all you need is on Bumble and Grindr, okay? Bumble and Grindr. That's it. That's all you need. So just drop everything, check your Tinder for CISOs, and see if you got a match.
Okay, there you go. Compelling stuff from both sides. Yeah, give them a round of applause. A great debate there. Get those votes streaming in, whether you say CISO or I say CISO. You're going to side with the shortest speech in the history of the speed debate. Colby clocking in there at about 11.2 seconds. Who are you swiping left and swiping right for? Send in those votes right now. People clearly taking a lot of time thinking about it. I like that. Someone's virtual CISO, I hope, is out the back, firing up the router again as we speak. We're going to have to go. Ooh, Okay, we're back. Okay. Took a while for the system to kick in to the absolute avalanche of votes for the affirmative. Colby and Kelsey have won that one. Congratulations. Whoa, okay. Topic number 4, won by a 3-to-1 ratio there. Topic number 4, doxing cyber criminals is unethical. We all have a right to privacy. Doxing cyber criminals is unethical because we all have a right to privacy. That argument will be prosecuted by Ivano, Colby and Darren. It will be pushed back against by Troy, Jess and Kelsey. Ivano, if you'd like to lead us off, doxing cybercriminals is unethical. We all have a right to privacy.
All right, again, I'll keep this short. I think that doxing cybercriminals is definitely unethical, and this is for 3 reasons. First, AQ123 is probably not a real name after all. Second, well, do we really want to give so much publicity to Russia, North Korea, and China? Well, I don't think so. And number 3, well, who cares about a guy in a hoodie sitting in a basement?
Okay, there you go. Ivano throws down. Troy, take it away. Push back. Doxing cybercriminals is unethical?
You're looking at it the wrong way, because if we go back to the earlier topic around jail time, if you dox a criminal, they're more likely to get jail time. And as we established earlier, if they get jail time, they get a good food regime, they get exercise, and they get love. Dox the criminal.
Okay, Colby, take it up. You've still got 58 seconds in the bank from your previous speech if you want to go over as well. Colby, what have you got for us?
Doxing criminals is very unethical. I mean, when you think about it, we're essentially relying on someone to draw the line somewhere, and I think we can all say the line is kind of different depending on who you ask. Let's be honest, when we really take a step back, aren't we all a little bit of cyber criminals? Like, what about the cyber jaywalking? What about sharing Netflix passwords? I don't want to get doxed for that. We have to draw the line somewhere. I'm not going to jail for sharing a Netflix password.
Okay, thank you very much, Colby. Jess, take it up for the negative.
I definitely agree with Troy. I do think that we do need to dox them. I'm very much in the moment of teaching my 6-year-old tit for tat. Do unto others as you would have do unto them. If you don't want to share your information with the rest of the world, don't share other people's information with the rest of the world. So yeah, dox the criminals.
Okay, thank you, Jess. Darren, you're arguing that doxing cybercriminals is unethical because we all have a right to privacy. Take it away, Darren.
Oh yeah. Let's just dox the cyber criminals, because then we can send a SWAT team and arrest them, and then soon enough we'll have all the cyber criminals in jail, and then we'll be like missing the good old days, like, you know, when we had job security. No, I can't get behind that. No, don't dox them. They've got a right to privacy. Also, it's a slippery slope. Like, where is the line, right? We're going to dox them. We're going to dox, what, their cat? Their dog? What if they have a dachshund? Are we going to be the ones doxing dachshunds? Can't do it.
Gonna have to take points off for the pun. That was appalling. Okay, Kelsey, wrap it up for the negative. Doxing cybercriminals is unethical. Give us the argument against that, Kelsey.
Firstly, any team that uses slippery slope in their argument past, grade 5 is definitely fundamentally flawed, because that's a fallacy. But also, let's do a real argument again, shall we? What? Oh, no. When someone steals your data and commits a crime, they actually disassociate from the impacts on them. So what we need to teach these criminals is to actually associate with the impacts of the harm that they've done to someone else. We need to, as I said before, fuck them hard and show them where it hurts.
Okay, there seems to be a theme developing here. Thank you very much, Kelsey. Topic number 4, doxing cybercriminals is unethical. We all have a right to privacy. You can vote for the affirmative, Ivano, Colby and Darren, or the negative, Troy, Jess and Kelsey. Get those votes coming in. Ooh, strong lead to the negative at this stage. In fact, I'm going to call that now. Troy, Jess, Kelsey, congratulations, you won that one. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, the negative. So far we've had 3 debates that have been very strong, sort of 75 to 25 territory, and one that was the absolute toss of a coin. Let's see where we go with topic number 5. AI will increase the number and impact of cyber attacks. AI will increase the number and impact of cyber attacks. Jess, Troy, Adam, you'll take up the affirmative. Shana, David, Darren, you'll bring home the negative. Jess, lead us off. AI will increase the number and impact of cyber attacks.
We've already seen this with the number of deep fakes that are out there. The impact that this is going to have when you just need to take a look at the idea of the mum text, "Mum, I need help." What happens when that's a video call that looks, acts, and talks like your kid? Let's be honest, you know your mum is gonna fall for it, okay? AI is going to drastically increase the cybersecurity landscape, and we're going to end up with way more breaches, and the impacts are going to be far more high-reaching.
Okay, thank you, Jess, for kicking us off on that one. Shana, what do you say against that argument?
Yes, Mum. I actually think we should be encouraging the use of AI for cyber criminals, because let's face it, if they're using AI, ChatGPT, whatever, to create their malware, their tools, they're putting that into an LLM, right? And we're going to be using the same one. So surely that LLM now has the capability to write the same detections, and we're going to pick it up a lot faster. It's almost like, we're always saying that attackers, they're in front of us, we're always chasing them. This could level the playing field for us after all. It could make, I have an ending, AI will make cyber attacks more bark than bite.
Oh, nice, Shana. Okay. Troy, take up the argument that AI will increase the number and impact of cyber attacks.
Notice all the responses are actually serious. Like I literally went to ChatGPT and tried to find funny things, and they were all terrible. I think it's actually a good discussion, because how many phishing emails do you get that are just terrible, that can't even spell? Try putting that in ChatGPT, and you get good ones. All the generative stuff. Jess's point, just like generating the video of the mum call. How many times do we use our voice to authenticate to different services as well? Like every single one of these is going to be generated. There's not even a funny angle to this. It's like, yes, it's affirmative all the way.
Okay, thank you very much, Troy. David, take it up for the negative on this one, please.
Well, a lot of presumptions have been made that AI can actually do anything useful yet. In preparing for this debate, I'm kind of all in on the Microsoft ecosystem, so I went into Azure and I was trying to see whether they had any AI for debating, but it immediately prompted me for an E5 license and asked me to contact my account manager. So I couldn't get any further, but I did some more digging and I got onto LinkedIn and they were hiring engineers to tune a debating model. So I think they might be building it that way. Anyway, none of this stuff is actually ready. None of it works. It definitely can't AI call you as your mum. So I don't think there's anything we have to worry about.
Okay, thank you very much, David. Adam, you're going to wrap this one up for the affirmative. AI will increase the number and impact of cyber attacks.
Unlike my rather poor colleague who can't afford E5 licenses, I have an E5 license. And I checked in with the Microsoft debating model. We call it a large debating model these days, which would say like a mass debating model. If there's one thing we've learned over the last few years, it's that moving stuff into the cloud has allowed us to scale. And boy, oh boy, have we scaled. Every man and his dog can stand up a global CDN and serve stampedes that would have slashed out of anything out of existence, even 5 years ago. So we can scale crime, which means we can scale our jobs. So AI is going to keep us so very employed. Oh, yeah. So we're in for a good time. Good times ahead.
More fat stacks. More fat stacks. Okay, thank you, Adam. Darren, you've got to wrap this one up for the negative. AI will increase the number and impact of cyber attacks. What's your argument against that?
Yeah, fat stacks. Will it increase the number? Oh, absolutely. Remember when everybody got whiff of Backtrack Linux and downloaded a copy of Metasploit? Yeah, good times. But the impact? Absolutely not. No, for every botnet with a modicum of machine learning hyped by the media as AI, we're going to have 10 new cybersecurity vendors employing dozens of humans. We need to embrace AI attackers for job security. Viva la Skynet!
Okay, thank you very much, Darren. Okay, AI will increase the number and impact of cyber attacks. Give our debaters an applause for that one. It was great. And you're going to vote for either Jess, Troy and Adam on the affirmative, or Shana, David and Darren on the negative. Get those votes coming in. All the affirmative off to a flying start. Yeah, the negative cannot wrest that lead back. Congratulations, Jess, Troy, and Adam. And Beck, you might have snuck a serious topic into the speed debate there this year. Good work, okay. Let's go to number 6 now. The CISO experiment has failed. Let's just call them information security managers again and cut their pay. David, Darren and Kelsey will affirm. Ivano, Alb, Adam and Colby will negate. The CISO experiment has failed. Let's just call them information security managers again and cut their pay. David, lead us off.
I think pursuing a CISO role is like ambulance chasing for the medically inept. It's just a way that people can try and get a salary that they could not possibly justify any other way. One of my friends is a recruiter, ran a LinkedIn survey recently and asked people, is your career goal to be CISO? And over 50% of the people said yes. The whole thing's a complete joke. Also, it would remove these ambulance-chasing characters from the industry if we got rid of these positions with the fat title and the fat stacks that seem to be, I won't mention the other theme of today's debate that's a little bit off colour. But the fat stacks theme, if we could remove these characters who are so attracted to that, I think we would increase the technical depth of the industry and we'd be in a much better place.
Okay, thank you very much, David's last contribution for the day. Great stuff. Ivano, lead off the negative, please. The CISO experiment has failed, or has it?
All right. CISOs and information security managers are two very different roles, and I believe that we absolutely need them, unless you're an AUSCERT member and you can actually fire them and we'll take care of everything. No, seriously. We need CISOs and we need information security managers. We need CISOs because we need someone that talks to the board, that kind of applies for big budgets, that gets the money to get massive cybersecurity programs going on, that speaks to the media, and so on and so forth. And we also need information security managers to take the blame when everything goes to absolute shit.
Thank you, Ivano. Darren, your final contribution for the day. For the affirmative, please.
Okay, it's really hard because we only have 60 seconds here, but I do have a 14-point presentation on why it's a good idea to get rid of CISOs that failed. I actually think there's a way that this can bolster cybersecurity as a whole. Honestly, I implore you all to check out the presentation on these totally innocuous flash drives. So to my distinguished colleagues, please take these innocent flash drives to your C-suite on behalf of the CISOs.
Thank you very much, Darren. Adam, what have you got to say on the negative for this one?
So the CISO performs a very important function. All of us, once again, concerned about our fat stacks and job security. We're worried about outsourcing. We're worried about our jobs being taken away, given to AIs, given to offshore centers of excellence. But there is one thing that you absolutely cannot outsource, and my learned colleague Ivano nailed it: blame. You can't outsource blame. It's the one thing that must always be in-house. So, as a CISO, you fill a very important function, which is to be the scapegoat. Because if the CISO isn't the scapegoat, who is?
Thank you very much, Adam. Okay. Kelsey, you've got to wrap up this final topic for the affirmative. Take it away.
I don't think it's spicy enough, so I'm going to change the topic a little bit, and I'm going to talk about the gender pay gap. And what we know is that only 17% of CISOs in the Fortune 500 companies are women. 28% of all company CISOs are women. And I think that is the best example of a failed experiment when we don't have gender parity, and on top of that, we don't get the fat stacks that you guys get. We get a smaller fat stack as women. And I think that means we have absolutely failed. Raise up, comrades.
Okay, thank you very much, Kelsey. Colby, bring it home. Final topic, final speaker for the speed debate 2024.
What is this experiment everyone is talking about? Was I not invited? Was I meant to get a CISO and nobody told me? Does anyone here actually have a CISO? I thought they were a mythical beast. My information security manager looks like death. I don't think he can last until the end of the year. If CISOs are on the table, I want a CISO. Can I have a CISO?
Okay,
Virtual one doesn't count.
Okay, there you go. Give them a round of applause. A fantastic final debate. Your chance to cast your vote. Do you believe SIZOs are, quote, ambulance chasers for the medically inept or blame magnets and mythical creatures? Your vote for the affirmative, David, Darren and Kelsey, or the negative, Ivano, Adam and Colby. At the moment, the negative out there, but I'll let the votes go. Ooh, getting closer. There you go. Okay, I'm going to give that one to the negative, Ivano, Adam and Colby. Congratulations. And via our famous patented 100% guaranteed accurate speed debate scoring system, I'm pretty sure we have the following result. And gee, she's a fickle mistress, the speed debate, because in 9th place, well, let me say, there are 9 of you on the stage, finishing just outside the top 8. With 0 out of 4. Last year's champion, this year's chump, David Jorm. Congratulations, David. Then in equal 7th position, with 1 mark out of a possible 4, our big-name superstar international guest and our managing director, Darren and Ivano. Congratulations, well done there in 7th position. Things start getting a little bit more competitive here, and the great thing is these guys finished in equal 5th on 2 points each, and they can discuss it on the way home in Shana's really crappy car. Shana and Jess both landed on 2. Congratulations, guys. Great effort. And then we had not a one-way, not a two-way, not a three-way, but a 4-way tie in first position, winning 3. Troy Hunt, Kelsey, Colby and Adam. I'm going to give it to Kelsey because she scares me the most of all of them. Congratulations, Kelsey! Woo! Now, always great fun. I love doing this. I think it went fantastically, but I'm not sure. Don't take my word for it. Turn your attention to the big screen and let's see what Ivano has to say.
Hey, Adam. Thank you for this chance to make a few brief comments, and thank you for that thought-provoking presentation. If I had to describe it in one word, it would be brilliant. The depth of research, the clarity, and the hilarious jokes, top-shelf stuff. If I had to summarize you in a single sentence, I would say, Adam Spencer is a superb communicator, with a brain the size of the planet, or as our friends in France would say, Adam Spencer est un superbe communicateur avec un cerveau de la taille de la planète. And for any Arabic speakers, Adam Spencer محاور رائع بعقل بحجم الكو أو كما يقول أصدقاؤنا في فرنسا. Adam, not forgetting of course our Chinese friends who would put it this way, 亚当斯宾塞是一位出色的沟通者，他的大脑和地球一样大. Anyway, as Shakespeare said in Hamlet, Act 2, Scene 2, via the character of Polonius, brevity be the soul of wit. So without any further ado, please a massive AUSCERT round of applause for Adam Spencer.
Oh, woo! It's very... That's very lovely of you, deep fake avatar of Ivano that I created. If you're not familiar, we did that via the HeyGen platform. Has anyone else used HeyGen to create an avatar yet? It, like, literally takes 10 minutes. It's an... I did a fake suspect it wasn't. Yeah, you did. You vaguely suspected it wasn't you when it started busting out Arabic and Mandarin. It's amazing, and it's an ethical platform, so Ivano actually had to provide 2 minutes of footage having filmed himself, and then when he uploaded it to the platform, had to give a brief video down the video cam saying, this is me in the video, I consent to it. So it's an ethical platform. That one that's like the mid-tier level offering. If you want to film, and if you watch that back closely, you can see the lips slightly out of sync and you can hear the voice tilts into the accent just before the translation. that same group, HeyGen, H-E-Y-G-E-N, offer a service where if you film it with like a decent quality SLR camera in front of a green screen, send it away to them rather than the 10 minutes it took to authenticate that, they'll dish it up and send it back in about 3 days, and that avatar is absolutely bulletproof, authentic. It's unbelievable, slightly scary stuff. Please give our debaters a massive round of applause. They've done a great job again this year. Always one of the highlights of AUSCERT. Thanks, guys. Speed debaters, head back there.